Good evening, everybody. Hello, welcome. I'm sorry it was a bit late and a bit rushed. Jean and I have been out and we've only just walked in and it was like, oh, so Jean's making a cuppa. So if you hear things rattling, in that drawer, darling. So she's looking for a teaspoon. Good evening.
Evening, everybody. I'll be with you in a minute.
Yeah. Hi, Suzanne. Hi, Trace. Hi, Karen, Taisha, Angela, everybody. Shane and Claire backstage. I can see you. Yes, it's absolutely freezing. Who was it said it's freezing? Amanda Hurst. Yes, it's absolutely freezing. Yes, as we were coming up, the gritters were gritting, so it must be getting cold. Oh, hello, Leslie. Are you coming to the food night tomorrow? Nicholas says hers is a coffee, no sugar, please. Right. Claire said coffee, please, Jean. Right. So, Claire, you need to come down then. Oh, hello, Daisy. I can see you. Is he naked with just that scarf? No, I've got my shirt on. We haven't got biscuits, Taisha. I'm sorry. No. So, thank you, my darling. Right. Let me gather myself because what we're doing. Monday night service. So Monday night service, it'll be a divine service. So I will do the healing shortly as well. And so we'll do the opening prayer. Irene's actually out tonight. I think she's in Doncaster way somewhere.
Exactly.
So yes. And Miles, bring some over, please. I'll be over in a sec.
What's that?
He's baking scones for the first time.
Oh, right.
Very nice, very nice.
Save me one for tomorrow, please.
We're going nice with my cup of coffee.
Well, just save me one for tomorrow. I'll have it tomorrow.
Tea, even. It's tea.
Yeah.
It's tea. All right. So. Oh, Michael has his first lot of injections. Oh, bless you.
I know.
Oh, bad mummy.
Has he been okay?
Tomorrow.
Oh.
The tomorrow. So we will open the service in prayer. Oh, Miles. Not gluten-free.
Well, I don't need it. So that means you can send me one.
Okay. So could we gather together and join our energies, please, as we call out to that which we hold as the divine and say, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, we thank you so much for allowing us to gather together as friends tonight in your name. Father, I ask that the veil be lifted so that the guides for Jean and myself can step forward to support and inspire us through this service. And we promise that everything we do tonight will be done with love, with truth and honesty in our hearts. And at the end of this evening, we'll hand back to you all which is rightfully yours. With love, with honour and glory. Amen. Amen. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Bless you. Thank you so much, everybody. I hope everybody's had a really good week and a really good weekend.
You can see me, I'm just on the end, look. And you can see a little bit of me.
Hang on. There we go. Look at that.
Where's the dog so I don't trample on him?
One of them stuffing their face over there, and the other one is in the bed.
Thank you.
She pushed me off now. Look at that. Honest.
I'll just tilt it a little bit more to you. That's it. Bring me neck.
The chat on Friday was absolutely wonderful, Kylie. I really enjoyed that. It was so uplifting and so...
Oh, it was good.
It was coming through beautifully from spirit, and it was really, really good. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I've had a really good weekend because, well, I was supposed to be going to a Saturday social with the Rainbow Project, but I was held hostage for 2 hours in a bridal shop in Rotherham town centre. I was.
You got there.
I wasn't allowed out. And
Thank
some
you,
madam,
Amanda. Get comfy, see. She understands, Amanda.
some person thought she could have like 16 hours to choose a dress. And we were like, no, I've got to be out of here in an hour. And you are going to have a dress in a box by then. Otherwise, I'm not having it.
It's a beautiful one.
And, oh, it's stunning.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Claire walked out of the changing room and me and her mum were just in tears. She looked absolutely beautiful. And the bridesmaid's dress that Daisy's going to wear is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's beautiful. I want to wear it. And I love the little sparkly trainer she's got as well. Oh, they're gorgeous. Daisy, don't come that close to the camera. I could see right up your nostrils.
Oh, she's there.
Claire sat backstage because she watches the comments in case I miss anything.
I'm not used to seeing her like that. I can see her now.
I can see Claire just
hang
down
on.
here.
Claire's scoffing.
Yeah, Claire's scoffing.
Have you got your chip butty, Claire?
It's not chip butty.
Oh, isn't it?
Hi, Michael.
I think she said it is a chip butty.
Anyway, that's me sort of, yeah. Yeah, because I can see Claire backstage. It's distracted me. It's really good. Okay, so I suppose we should do some healing.
Start. See? Chips and a pork chop.
So we now come to the part of the service where you do some work, who are watching. I would ask you to send out your thoughts to all of those you know who may be... Sorry if you can hear lapping, it's the dog.
It's not me.
Maybe
it's not
suffering or in need of a prayer, or for whatever reason they just need some upliftment. Please send your thoughts out. Excuse me. Please send your thoughts out to those that were held hostage in America. And awful. For everywhere where there is conflict, let's send out for some peace. For those whose minds and hearts are closed off for whatever reason, let's just send them some love and some energy as well. So, as always, we will start with a healing prayer, and then we'll have that nice little jingly candles, and then the healing will end with the word Amen. So, Great Spirit, Father, Mother, God, here we bring unto you all of those who are sick and suffering and in need of comfort at this time. Be they suffering in mind, in body, or in spirit, that it may please thee to heal them. Father, this we ask for those we know, for those we do not know, and for those who have no one to ask for them, we ask for them now. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you, everybody. And of course, we'll send healing out to all of those people who popped up on screen.
For those, again, who ask where Irene is, she's actually taking a service in Doncaster, and I don't know if it's Coleridge Road or Catherine Street. I can't remember. She did tell me.
She's got one this week and one next week. Right. I'm not sure which way round they are.
Yeah.
So there. And absent healing, like we've just sent out, really, really does work. We're not saying it's a cure. by no means are we saying it's a cure for anything.
Keep on your medication.
But
And
it helps, it gives you support, and it lets you know that people are out there thinking about you, and it really, really does help. So, I suppose we should get on with things. There'll be no comments from Michael tonight because he's on a Zoom call upstairs for university or writing or something. So there'll be no Michael comments tonight. So
yeah, he isn't poorly. He's busy.
He isn't locked in the cellar at all. Really, he's not in the cellar. But there we are. So,
And we haven't received it.
Oh no, Irene says she sent a poem, but I can't find one.
We haven't actually received it.
No, I've got a message saying I've sent you the poem for tonight, hon. I hope people like it, but I can't see it at all. So
we do apologise for that as well.
Yes, sorry, and I will apologise to Irene. Yes, Claire, I'm still doing my service tonight. It's just we were in somebody's house and I didn't have my phone on. So I do apologise. I've just seen it. So yes, Claire, I'm doing the service tonight because I'm here. Perhaps it's a blessing. Yeah, it could be a blessing. We will see. We will see. Claire, sorry, I know I keep talking to Claire backstage, but can you please message me and remind me to speak to you after the service? Because I want to talk to you after the service. All right, thank you. No, I've not taken his mobile phone away for naughty behaviour, but sometimes I think I could.
I'm not saying anything.
No. Right. I am trying to get a link, but I haven't got anything. I'm really sorry. There's nothing coming through.
Oh, hello, Samantha. It's a long time, sweetheart. Auntie Jean.
Just a minute. Yes, I forgot about that, Miles. Sorry. Miles sent me a poem last week, and yes.
Love you, Samantha. Just say hello to my niece.
All right.
That's Samantha.
Okay. There you go. So, Miles, yes, here's your poem called Freedom. To wander the world, observe the beauty, to ponder life's wonders, oh, to be free, oh, to be free. To see the birds fly, to watch the foxes play, to see the butterflies, oh, to be free, oh, to be free. To walk in the park, to see your friends, to have an adventure, oh, to be free, oh, to be free. To be part of this wonderful kingdom, and where nothing compares to the freedom. And he wrote that a year ago, but said we could use it on our service.
Thank you, Miles.
I love that because it does speak to sometimes it's the little tiny things in life that mean the most. Don't you find?
Yes.
Because, you know, you can have the latest phone, you can have the latest computer, you can have the new swanky house, you can have a huge car. Doesn't make you happy. I know lots of people who have
all that.
Oodles of money, and oodles of stuff. But when you come to the final reckoning, it's not that means anything. It's what you've got in your heart and what you've got in your soul that really matters. Because all of the stuff your kids are going to have a whale of a time with when you've gone, but you're going to be either in a box in the ground or in a tub with the ashes. And I would rather have, it's like, I'm going to talk about myself a little bit, and I know you shouldn't really do that in philosophy and things, but it's come to me, so I've got to say it. My mum and dad always say, because they're in their 70s and it's like, we're not going to be here for long, and I need you to know that there's this bank account and that bank account, and we've got this and we've got that. And it's like, I don't care. Spend it.
Yeah.
enjoy it, because I would rather have the memories of my mum and dad enjoying the last few lives, because my dad is quite poorly and we know he's got a finite amount of time, but I would rather have them enjoying
what they've
life
got,
and
yeah.
enjoying stuff, and
just leave you with them nice memories.
And I would rather have the memories. And I remember when my mum and dad went to the lakes, and they went here and they went there, and they had a whale of a time, because when my dad left work, he said, we're going to have a bag in the back of the car and we're going to drive around, and if you fancy stopping somewhere, we'll just stop and we'll stay over. And they never have. Never, ever have. They've sat in that bungalow in Merton, and yeah, I mean, I know over the last 2 years, nobody's been able to go anywhere.
No, but
and with my dad having no immune system,
things are opening up a little bit, so now they could.
But they won't. And it's really, really... Sorry, my phone is connected to my MacBook, and when it comes through there as well. So, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Samantha says, yes, I had money with my ex, but now I'm the happiest I've ever been with my husband. Money don't make you happy. It doesn't.
That's true, Samantha, because I know your first husband well, obviously. And it's true, you are happier now than then. So I will agree with you. But before we go, I've got to bring this lady through.
Oh, go on then.
Because she stood there and she was listening. Okay, I know this lady would have listened a lot, not said a lot until she got time. She weren't a very big lady, I've got to say. She'd only be about 5'4", 5'5", something like that. Don't quote me on size, but I know she wasn't a very big lady. But she was quite nice, rounded. I'm going to say that. So she did carry that nice bit of weight with a very cuddly lady. She did speak her mind when she had to, and she wasn't afraid to speak her mind. She loved the family. She's just said, even though sometimes I could have throttled them, but I've got to be honest that she did love a family. She just said sometimes the arguments and the bickering got a bit too much, which happens in every family. If we all lived without them, then we can't say we're perfect, can we? But she comes in with that. I know this this lady, bless her, is so proud of what the family's achieved in different ways, she's saying, because even though they've gone one way and one's gone another, I don't mean split or anything, gone different countries. I mean in different ways with their life. But she's still really proud of where they've come, where they started and where they've come to where, how can I put this, to where everything went wrong. Now, I don't know what she means with that, so I can't understand that, but that's not for me to understand. Okay, can anybody understand this lady? Claire, sounds like you, sweetheart.
And Taisha says it sounds like a great grandma. She didn't like arguments.
Right, thank you, because she's just coming in with all this. I know this lady would have given everything for her family, even to the last penny, I've got to say, because that's the type of person she would have been. She would have opened the doors. She would have opened the doors to let people in. Because she says somebody's down here very like that, but she just wants them to take things a little bit steady and not just open the door to anyone. Because we all know not everybody's what they seem. So wants to be a bit careful on that. I do know there's grandchildren left on the earth plane as well, because she's talking about them. Okay. I know she's also said there's she keeps telling me 3, but then she goes to 4. So I don't know if there's
Carolyn and Clara's sisters.
Oh, are they? Yeah. Right, that's good then, because that'll be easier.
And Taisha still says true, so she's in as well.
So she keeps telling me 3, but then she's telling me 4. So I don't know if there's 3 still on the earth plane and 1 in spirit or something like that, but she keeps going 3 and then 4. Thank you. So it's 4 grandchildren. Right, thank you so much.
Taisha's had 4 children.
Right.
And Carolyn says there's 4 grandchildren.
Right.
And she lost a baby.
Right. That's all right. It's just how she showed me. Okay. I've also got to say, sweetheart, I don't know who it is, or if it's not one of yours, it's got some close, who's wanting to move. She's talking about a move.
Taisha, I saw earlier, just said she's just moved.
She's just moved.
Yeah.
Because she's talking about a move. So I do know that was important as well. Okay. But she's saying that's for the best. It will be for the best. All right, you might not think so, but it is for the best. And she's coming in. This lady, she's just said, tell them I like my food. This lady would have liked food, and she would have liked people around for meals. So I'm not saying posh meals. You know, it could have been a pan of stew, Sunday dinners, things like that. But she does like that, and she's saying somebody likes the. She's just said there's a kiddie what likes the food. So there's a kiddie on the earth plane what likes the food.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Claire can understand that
because she's talking
Aisha
about
says,
that.
wow.
I know she's mentioning. All right, sweetheart, you're going a bit fast now. She's mentioning May, so I do know the month of May means something as well. I don't know if it's a birthday, but she's talking about the month of May. Not the name, I've got to go the month. Okay. She's fetching that in. And I want to go the 6th or the 7th. It's unusual for me. She's taking me to the 6th and the 7th, so unless both dates mean something, because she's taking me to them 2 dates as well.
May is a birthday, says
Right.
Taisha.
It's a good job I've got you.
Carolyn can understand food.
Got to get
Kylie
this.
says May and daughter's birthday. She said yes to a few things as she was going
Right.
through, had Kylie.
Because she's talking about that and then the
And
2
the 7th,
dates.
Kylie was born.
Right, because that's what she's giving me as well. I've also got to go to the month of October, because she's taking me to October, and I do feel there would be a passing round there, she's telling me. Okay. She's taking me to Bonfire, but I don't feel as though it's memories round Bonfire. I feel as though it's a bit, as she's showing me and telling me, as though somebody's ready to like fireworks, as if things are going to explode. They've got a lot of things to get off the chest, and she's just saying when it does, it'll be like fireworks. Poof, everything's going to go. But once it does, that'll be it, because they've been holding back a while now.
Yeah.
They've been holding
Kylie
back a
can take
while.
that.
Thank you. And it's coming to come to where it's gonna explode. And this is the only way she's telling me. Okay.
October's birthday, bonfire night, there's always fireworks, and I think she means fireworks rather than
No,
fireworks.
I know this
No,
fire-
no. She
Oh.
doesn't mean fireworks. She means fireworks. Boom. No. Arguments.
Yes, arguments.
Arguments, not.
That's fine. They think fine, but that's what she's making reference to. Can I say this lady, bless her, she's just telling me about a dress. She says they put me in a nice dress when I passed, so I don't know who picked the dress, but it was a dress when this lady passed, okay? And there was talks about putting her handbag in the coffin. I like to say casket, but she's telling me coffin. So there was talks about putting her handbag in the coffin. Got to say what she's saying. I don't know if it went in, but she says there was talks about it, okay? But she's not telling me if it did. So I hope y'all can understand that. But the dress was beautiful, and she was happy with that dress, okay? And bless her, she said she liked her slippers, and I don't know if that's something else, if they put slippers on or they wanted to put the slippers on, because she's talking about the slippers. Okay, bless her. Lovely lady, I've got to say. Very nice to speak to her. She's got a beautiful soul about her, really has. The thing she is saying, I don't know if somebody, all right, darling, somebody took a little clipping of her hair.
Taisha bought us.
You bought her some slippers. I know she's talking about the slippers, and that's my misunderstanding about with the coffin, because she's on about the dress. But she's on about somebody took a clipping of her hair. So somebody took that clipping.
I got told they cut my hair. They cut my hair.
I got a clipping of her hair when she passed to keep. So there's a clipping of her hair somewhere. Okay.
Carolyn says we forgot our tights, and we did joke about having our slippers, and yes, we have clippings of her hair.
Because it's what she's just coming in with. Okay. I know this lady, bless her, she's not telling me a chain. She's on about the chokers. Well, we used to wear them when, is it what 60s when chokers were in?
Yeah.
60s, 70s. She's talking about a choker, not a necklace, it's a choker. So I know there would be memories.
Taisha, it's not hair on a hairbrush, it's actually somebody
cutting the hair, darling.
A lump out of her hair when she was in a coffin.
Yeah. And what about somebody
take
cut?
a little bit.
And you picked that up, didn't you?
Yeah, she cut my hair.
I know this lady's making reference, somebody's either got the choker or there's a photo with this lady having a choker on. Not a necklace, so please don't say that it isn't, it's a choker. Oh, so please just remember I've given you that as well. Okay. I know that somebody's needing some new shoes because she's talking about somebody needs some new shoes.
Oh, thank you for saying that, Kylie. She says, I'm not sure, so just she'll keep listening.
Right, you'll keep listening in then,
Oh,
sweetheart.
and Carolyn's got, me and Claire's got hair in a presentation
Right,
box.
thank
so
you.
yeah, it was cut off for them.
Kylie, sweetheart, keep listening, but take what you can of this message as
And
well,
you,
darling.
Taisha, because
And you,
it sounds like
Taisha.
you've just got hair in a brush.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Claire's just bought new shoes.
Right. The other two then, Kylie and Taisha.
Claire, yeah, Kylie and Taisha.
Yeah.
Just keep
Please
listening.
keep listening in, but take what you can up to now then, darling.
And Taisha's are a mess and she does need some new
because
ones.
she's talking about new shoes, okay? And she's just said, all right. She's on about hoovering up, and she says it's time now you move the furniture. A bit personal, but I don't move. I'll hold my hands up. I hoover. I go around my furniture. Yeah. My husband hoovers. He'll move the furniture. I don't.
No.
But she's saying furniture now, so it's either somebody's got to change the furniture around in the room, and so they can hoover, or they're on about doing that as well. Okay, because she's fetching this in. I've got to give a rose. I don't give flowers, as you know, because I don't really know many. But I've got to give, it's a red rose, sweetheart. I've got to give a red rose, and it's a deep, really deep red rose. More like is it crimson, do they call it? Or
like a deep red?
Yeah, very deep red rose I've got to give to someone. But also, all right, darling, somebody put a rose in the coffin, and she said it had a little ribbon round it. So there was a rose put in with the coffin, and there was a ribbon. All right, she's mentioning the ribbon round the rose.
Taisha shed a red rose and she took it with her.
Right, thank you.
Taisha put it in.
Because that's what she's talking about. She heard everything what was said in the chapel arrest. Because I do know that somebody was in the chapel arrest and they want, bless them. She says people wanted to be with them in the chapel arrest, but they wanted to be on their own. So because they'd got things they wanted to say. And so they was on their own and they listened to everything they wanted to say. If people put everything they wanted to put in the coffin, bless her, she says there weren't much room for me. So somebody wanted to put just about everything in. Okay, I am going to close this up because Tony wants to say something as well. Okay, but I hope the person who can take it all, and for the ones who can take some of it, please take what you can.
Yeah.
There's this love from this lady, and can I please say Leslie? I've just heard Leslie. So I don't know if they're in spirit or on earth plane, but please remember I've mentioned Leslie for some reason. Okay, and I'll say night with that and pass you on to our Tony.
Okay, Leslie is Taisha's middle name.
Oh, thank you. Just said Leslie.
That's lovely. Bless. Okay. I just want to say hello to all the people who've popped up and said they're new. Hello, you're welcome.
Oh, everybody's welcome.
Welcome.
To our nice little family.
We are open to everybody.
Yes.
All are welcome. I was going to say to come through these doors. What doors? We're online. Never mind.
Thank you, Taisha.
Thank you, Taisha. Pam Duffy says fantastic messages.
Thank you so much. Can't do it without spirit.
I know I've got a younger gentleman with me. I don't know if he's on the same link, so I don't know if he's with one of the people that were listening to Jean's message, but I do have a younger gentleman who's connecting with me, and when I say younger, I want to go way younger than me. I'm rubbish with age, but if I was to have to pin an age onto this chap, I would say 30s perhaps, if that, but I know I'm younger than me, as he's given his energy to me. I know he died it wasn't an illness that took him to spirit, it was an incident, so either an accident or something of this nature, but I know it's not illness. I wasn't poorly, he's saying, I wasn't poorly, so he wasn't ill, it was something else. He's not telling me what. He doesn't want people to know, so that's fine. He was in his car crash, right? And you and Claire are sisters, aren't you? So yeah. And Gail, younger, 40 in an accident. Right. Okay. Listening then, and we'll see where we go with this. The energy I've got with this chap is I've got a really bubbly energy, and he's full of it. and I feel like I'm here, he's like
That.
confident, and I've got all this coming through. But I do feel like sometimes the confidence was more of a mask, because I do feel there were insecurities around him. But he was, acted the clown. That's exactly what I'm getting. But sometimes it was to mask how I was feeling inside. Bless him. He's coming really close, Jean. I can feel him across my shoulders. The hairs on the back of your neck.
That's when you know,
he's coming in really, really close. And you can go with the insecurities. Right, thank you. I'm not separating it yet, but we'll get there. He needs somebody to know it was quick. It was quick. Somebody's worrying that he suffered. I mean, we do. If it's something like a crash, we do worry that they suffered. And he's saying, I didn't. I was gone. I was gone straight away. So whatever happened, it was quick. Yeah, Carolyn, it was quick. Yeah. Okay. He's telling me he didn't even realise it just felt a shudder or something, felt an impact, and it was gone. It was gone. He was gone. He was gone. So he needs somebody to know that he didn't feel it. It was quick. I don't think they would let them feel it anyway. With spirit, they would take them. So Claire, you can take this.
Ralph.
Carol and Ralph, they're sisters. Gail Francis Bristow can take it. A car hit his bike. I just know I can feel this thud, and the next thing, I'm stuck. Right, hang on. Right. Gail, Carolyn and Claire, would you understand that a man and a woman came for him? I don't know if this is mum and dad or grandma and granddad, but there was a man and a woman came for him, because he said he felt the impact, and the next thing he stood with these two people, and he stood with them, and he's like, oh, okay, what's going off? I don't understand. And they explained to him that grandma and granddad. Okay. So they explained to him what was happening and took him back to the divine spirit, and he's happy, and he's around the family, and he knows what's going off. One of you two must understand that I left unfinished business. I don't know what that means. He's not telling me what the unfinished business is. I wish he would give me a clue, then I could give you it as proof. But he's saying he left unfinished business. And bless him. He says, Jeannie's just said I didn't get to finish my game of cards. I don't know. You can't have been in the middle of playing cards on a bike or a car.
Yeah, I agree with me.
You can't. He left unfinished business, right? But I don't understand this. He's saying I didn't finish my game of cards, and he was driving or something, he can't have been playing cards. But
there must be something.
Anyway, there's something to do with a deck of cards, and he didn't get to finish it.
Whether it's symbolic or not.
I don't know. But he was arguing with you, Gail. Oh, I do hate that, because you never feel like you can round things off. But whatever this was about, Gail, he's happy, and it isn't weighing on his mind. It could be. I don't know, but he's just talking about game of cards. But Gail, have you been worrying about this? Because I feel like it's playing on the mind, and he's saying it doesn't matter. All right. He's happy, and he's content where he is. He does wish that he could have done things differently, he's saying, but he must have liked cards, because he's just saying we played with the hand we were dealt, and you do what you do. Gail, Carolyn and Claire, is it? Would you no, you must be able to understand why he's saying to me, oh, come on, say that again, sweetheart, because you lost me a little bit. You make the best choices you can with the options that are in front of you. You make the best choices you can with the options that are presented in front of you. I can't say that. If you dealt crappy options, you've got to make crappy decisions. But you just make the least crappy decision you can.
Sometimes it's hard, isn't it, to translate?
Yeah, but it obviously means something to the family, but he's just saying you make the least crappy choice you can with what's in front of you, if that's all you've got. All right. If you'd been dealt better options, you'd made better choices. But, he's saying, don't beat yourself up about things that happened in the past, and you just made the best choices you could at the time. We all could do that wonderful coulda, woulda, shoulda.
I know.
With hindsight, we'd all be perfect, but we're not. We're human, and that's the thing. He is lovely, Kylie. He's a lovely energy to work with. He's so laid back, he's horizontal, but he's just so say it as it is. And what he's saying, it's a little bit colourful, but we can forgive it, can't we, Jane?
Of course we can. I bet we've heard more.
I've heard worse. Claire Bradwell.
No one can just see it.
I know. But yeah, we've all heard colourful language, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't offend. I could imagine he would irritate some people, Gail, but he's lovely. He really is lovely. He wants to acknowledge the younger ones, so there must be younger ones here he didn't get to meet or were tiny when he passed, but he's talking about the little ones. And he's talking about somebody must have either a jacket or a jumper or something of his, because he's pulling my top and he's saying they have my top, or you had his top for a while after he passed, because he's just talking about his top. I'm not saying it's him, Claire, Gail, or Carolyn, but you must be able to understand where somebody was laid in the coffin with a football top, because he's talking about the funeral with the football top. Or it might be, because we've had this before, where people turned up to the crematorium or the cemetery in football tops, but he's talking about a funeral with football tops. I haven't got a football top on, have I? It's
no, not mine. So
Carolyn, if that's you, then if you're out there, then please take what you can up to now. But somebody must understand the funeral with a football top. I'm not saying it's him. The football before was a football one, but not. That's fine, Gail. He's just referencing. Well, he's just showing you there that the funeral, he was there because he knows the funeral before him was a football-based one, because he's saying the funeral with the football tops. Tell her about the funeral with the football top. Bless you. Thumbs up for his funeral, though, because it was exactly how he would have liked it if he had to.
He didn't like football.
And I understand that. Carolyn says, my friend's funeral was a football top a few weeks ago. That's fine, then. That's fine. But Gail, Carolyn, his funeral was very much how he would have wanted it to be. Celebrated his life. And he's saying, nobody made me out to be a saint. Nobody made me out to be a saint, because I wasn't. I had my moments, but it celebrated my life perfectly. It was lovely. All right. He is starting to withdraw his energy a little bit, sweethearts, but as he's leaving, he wants me to. Oh, hang on. He's raising a glass, but as I can taste it, it tastes more like somebody wouldn't have been a big drinker. He wouldn't have been a big drinker because he's given me like cola or something to drink rather than beer or booze or shots or whatever. I can taste cola and lemonade and stuff. So brilliant. You like cola. Well, then he's saying Coke in the coffin. Right, he drank Coke, not a drink. Perfect. That's it then. He's given me this. So yeah. Bless you. Okay. He is pulling his energy back, sweetheart, but I've got to blow you a kiss, so take it and take what you can out of it. And I'm sorry I couldn't get a definitive split, but it sounds like these two people were very much similar, and that's why they've come together.
Yeah.
Bless.
That's how it works, isn't it?
Brilliant. Thank you so much. He's a lovely chap. I hope he sticks around a little bit because he's lovely. He's really sweet.
I don't know if it's the same, if it's the same link.
You'll know if it is because he's a gorgeous energy.
I've got. Well,
hang on. Sorry. I know you normally do this, but he's just stopped me and he said, "But I were a good-looking lad, weren't I? I can't see him. I can only hear him and feel him." But he's saying, "Good-looking lad." No, whether he was or not, I don't know. But he's telling me he is.
No, I was just going to say that because I like to have a description and see who I'm talking. So I've just got where he would have been. I wouldn't say 6 foot plus, but I know he would have been a tall chap. This one who was with me. So if he's not connected, can please listen in because he would have been a quite tall chap. I know he wouldn't have been large at all. It would have been nice built as he's coming in. He's making reference to some work boots. So I don't know if he would have had work boots or steel toe cap boots, but he's making reference to some boots. So I don't know if he had those on, but that is making reference to them as well. I do know that there must have been something with palm of his hand because I'm scratching. If it's not him, somebody's got
5'8", and he was a builder.
Right, so that's the work boots. So you don't be able to understand then, sweetheart, why I'm talking about palm of the hand. So there must have been a blister or something to do with the palm of the hand because I'm itching it. So there's something to do with that, darling, okay? As he's fetching in. Fancy, I like that. And he would have liked cheese. There's something to do with cheese because I've just got, I'll tell you, a cheese toasty. I've just been given a cheese toasty. So, right, thank you. So I've just been given a cheese toasty, sweetheart. So if it wasn't him, you can understand where the cheese toasty fits in. I know that there would have been proud of the hair at some point because it's as if I'm doing my hair and I would have spent time on my appearance when I went out. They've just had a cheese toasty.
Cheese toasty. And there's a funny story about a cheese toasty.
That's
with
fine.
Gail.
That's fine, Gail, if you can understand it that way. And the person, I can't remember. Carolyn, if you had a cheese toasty, sweetheart, that's fantastic as well. We've just had new potato salad and chops. But that's us. But I know that, sweetheart, okay? And he's coming in with that. I've got to say, sweetheart, that not everything was given to you after his passing. So I don't know where everything was, but he's making reference to not everything was given back. So I don't know if he's on about tools or if it was things when he passed, what he had with him. I don't know, darling, but he's on about that as well as the hair. He's gone back to his hair. Okay, so I do know he would have took appearance in himself when he went out because that's what he's making reference to here, okay?
He's still telling me he was a good-looking lad.
Yeah, and...
Police had it for months.
That's all right then, sweetheart, because I just know this is what he's talking about here. Okay, and I don't know men's aftershaves and stuff like that, but I do know he would have splashed a bit on. So when he had... I don't know if he had bristles or... He didn't...
Stubble.
Yeah.
Stubble. Funny he was going bald.
That's fine, but he's on about his hair, darling, so he misses it then.
He's a tart.
Because he's on about his hair. He must have had hair when he was younger. and I don't like making things
Hugo
fit,
Boss,
but
yeah.
I know it was something because I'm splashing it on here.
I can smell it, and I knew it was familiar, but now you said Hugo.
Yeah.
I'm not making this fit, but I knew I could
just-
recognise the smell. And when you said Hugo, I knew
I
it
just
was
know I'm
Hugo
splashing
Boss.
something on, but I don't know what it is because I'm not used to it.
Oh, thanks, Kylie.
But it's coming in with that, darling. But I know I'm going back to the hand, so I don't know if somebody's superstitious with the say
Left to leave,
the
right
right to receive. I don't know, but it's scratching. I'm scratching inside of my palm, as you can see. So I do know there's still
You smell it
something.
too, yeah.
There's still something to do with the hand, darling, or there's a saying what Tony's just said is on about that. I want to leave. He's just said it got some change or something in his pocket or something, and he says I don't know where it's gone. I'm not saying he was loaded, but I know he had a bit of money on him when he passed because he says I don't know where that's gone. Okay, so he doesn't know where that is. All right then, sweetheart, come on. Why is it? He chipped a tooth. I'm sorry, you don't like it. Oh,
He had £2.60
that's
in
fine.
his
I know
pocket.
it wasn't a lot, but he's on about where his money's gone. And there must have been a tooth, sweetheart, if it's not him, but you can understand where somebody chipped a tooth.
Don't you start with teeth?
No, I've got a chipped tooth, though. Oh, the Scottish fibre. Somebody chipped a tooth, sweetheart. I don't know if they had it capped or it was still chipped or if it was him prior to him passing, but he's making reference to this as well.
No, you have to have them taken out after 4 days looking for an emergency dentist after somebody tells you.
That's it. I'm saying a chipped tooth. Oh, you sure then. But I know there was something, sweetheart, so that's my mistake right now. You're taking me to a tooth. Okay. Can I? All right.
I know, I'm looking away from the screen.
Come on then, darling, so I'm going now. Can I just say he's just sending his love and he's sending it true love with his heart. Not just saying it, it's coming from within. It's coming with the love. And he's just said, bless him, that he didn't actually say he loved people enough. He says, I didn't say it enough. I could have said it in a lot more, but he was one of them people what didn't. But that's how he's coming across, sweetheart. But I'm just going to say, yes, he's sending his love with a true kiss.
True. Girl says
Okay,
true.
and he's coming with that. Can I please quickly, I've just got to give you a yellow flower, but I don't know what the flower is. Come on. I don't know my flowers. One of those like a big daisy thing. Sorry, Gail. I don't know if you've seen me work before. I just don't know my flowers, darling. But it's like a big daisy, but it's yellow. You know, like one of them when we were kiddies and you love me not. You love me not. It's that type, sweetheart, that type of flower, and it's a yellow one. Yellow for me is upliftment. So I'm sending his love and the upliftment for you, sweetheart. Okay, and I'll say night, thank you.
It is yellow, yeah. It's a yellow flower.
Thank you, sweetheart.
No, it's bigger than a buttercup.
No, it weren't
It's
a
bigger than-
buttercup. I know that. That's what you put under your chin.
Yeah. I haven't got much more other than Suzanne Symes. Me and you could fall out. She's put pictures of teeth up, and I don't like teeth.
You're welcome, girl. Thank you. And everyone else who can take the message as well, please do so.
Yes. I have a lady that's standing with. It's all right. I'm just answering a
Yeah.
query from the Rainbow Project. I'm sorry. I just saw it pop in, and I thought I better get that answered straight away. I know it was only one, but it's enough. It's enough.
You're making book.
Ugh. They're horrible. I have a lady that's connecting with me, and she's just said mum. So I'm presuming this is mum, because I don't think she would, listening to her and feeling her energy, I don't think she's looking for mum online. So I think this is mum that's coming through. It's okay. I love you all.
If he loses his teeth, I'll tell you now, Suzanne, we are not putting any in. He will go without. He'll be gummy bear.
I would have to have implants. I couldn't put a palate in my mouth at all.
No, we will leave him toothless.
But this lady, I feel, is mum. This lady's making me aware that she would have had a little bit of a struggle prior to her passing. I don't feel it was like months and months and months and months. I feel it was weeks rather than months. She's telling me that I feel a little bit of confusion around her as well. So I don't know if this was drugs or what, or if something was affecting her brain. But I do feel like there's a bit of confusion prior to her passing. It could have been a stroke, Zoe, I'm not sure. But I know there's confusion in the head prior to her passing, and I feel this is connected with her struggling weeks towards the end of her life. She's talking about 3 connected to... It could be morphine. I know there's 3 connected to the family that she wants to acknowledge. So I don't know if these are her children or if it's like mum and dad and a child or what this is. But there's 3 connected with the family that she wants to acknowledge. She's... there would have been some help with breathing because I feel like my mouth's really dry, and it's because there's oxygen being pumped. So right at the end, there must have been some help with breathing, if you can understand this as well. I don't see the people straight away, Sharon, so I don't know if she's tall, small.
No, she's small.
Right, so she's not very tall then.
No, she's small.
Because Jean sees them. I can see them once they've got the really strong connection, but at first I just feel that...
Not a very big lady, but only petite in size as well.
Right, because she's... Right. Come on. My mobility is not very good. Prior to this isn't connected with this, but prior to this, I wasn't very mobile anyway. And this just made things 10 times worse, is what I'm feeling. I feel a really jolly soul, a really jolly spirit, and I feel right up until the end, she was trying to make the best of it, because what's the point of being miserable when you can be happy? Right, okay. They don't give me names very often. I'm really sorry. I wish they did, but... You see, when they get into spirit, names aren't important. They don't need them.
If we get a name, we like to follow up by name, don't we? Could this be my mother-in-law?
Somebody kisses my head. Somebody kissed my head. When I was passed and everything had been sorted out, somebody came into the room and kissed me on my forehead and my cheek. So I don't know if one kissed her head and one kissed her cheek, but I know I'm being kissed, and she just wants me to give you that to say, I was aware, I knew you were there. So she stood and she watched you doing this. That's what she's telling me. She saw you do this. Susie, you kissed your mum. Sheila says hi.
Hi, Sheila.
Your sister-in-law's kissed your mother-in-law.
My sister-in-law kissed, yeah.
So, okay, I need to split this, sweetheart. You've got my chain. She's just said, you've got my chain. I wear a crucifix. I don't know if it is a cross, but you've got my chain. Right. And she's pulling on my rings as well, so our wedding ring and our engagement ring are here. Somebody would have had 2 wedding rings, though. Somebody would have 2 wedding rings. I don't know if this is married twice or the ring got lost or something. But you've got... I'm sorry, it keeps breaking up.
Yes, a couple have said they've had to go and take...
Oh, sorry. So, my wedding rings. Samantha, you've got 2 wedding rings. Nicola, your mum had 2 wedding rings. Let me sort this out. Come on, I need to split this. Issue... I don't know if I want to say that. There were issues with insurance. I don't know if this is her life insurance, if they were hicking about something and they didn't pay out straight away, but there were issues with the insurance because I've just said, please give me something to split this because I need to know where it's going. Carolyn, she was married twice. Claire's got one set and you have the other. Okay,
And I know Samantha has.
right. But there must have been something to do with the insurance, because she's saying there were issues with the insurance. So either they didn't pay out straight away, or they didn't pay for everything, or I don't know. But
No.
not
Thank
for
you,
you.
Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon. But there was something to do with the insurance policy. Something to do with the insurance policy. Might be that you didn't find it straight away. But there was something to do with the insurance when I've asked them to split it. She's talking to me about the paperwork that went in with her. So letters or photographs or something went in with her. And she's talking about, I know I'm wearing a scarf, but she's talking about a scarf as well. Claire couldn't find it straight away. Perfect, that's fine. Nicola, would you know that there was something about your mum's insurance policies or a policy connected? Because she's telling me there's a problem with the policy. You would have scarves as well. Oh, right. Back in 83, Dad's insurance, he'd only had it a month. Mum's insurance didn't pay for everything, and I put a letter in with her. Okay. Somebody has a scarf because she wants me to say about the scarf. All right. And somebody smells it because it's got
There's
perfume on
still
it. Somebody smells the scarf because there's perfume on it. Because I want to smell it. This one doesn't smell of perfume, but
No, it doesn't.
but I can smell perfume when I smell it. So somebody smells the scarf and there's perfume still on it. And my dressing gown. What about your dressing gown, sweetheart? Tell me about. She had a lovely dressing gown. I had a lovely dressing gown. I only got to wear it a couple of times. Okay. Right. She says she only wore her dressing gown a couple of times. And it was lovely, and she's really miffed. You got a dressing gown. Well, she'd only worn it a couple of times, darling, and she said she was miffed because she loved it. It was really nice. Thank you for doing my hair. So you would have put her hair right, because I can feel somebody's curling it. Hang on. Let me sort this out. Nicola, Claire, and Susie.
Is Samantha still in or out?
She's not sure because she wasn't sure about the insurances. But her hair was wrong.
So she's still in.
Her hair was wrong. When you went to see her hair was wrong, and you had to do it again.
Nurses played with you.
So I don't know whether the nurses had done it wrong, Carolyn, or the undertaker had done it and it wasn't quite right. So it was redone. All right, bless you. She's lovely. She really is lovely. And stop.
She's in Samantha.
Stop being so flaming daft and letting everybody.
You're careful.
I am. She's getting a bit waggy finger, so I'm asking her to calm down. Platted the undertaker, redone it. All right. Okay, Nicola, thank you for letting me know. Stop being so daft and letting. They don't just walk over you, they come back and wipe their feet. Iggy, I'm sorry, I don't want to be harsh, but that's just what she said. Stop being so bloody stupid.
Oh, you said it.
I was being ever so careful, you see. She snuck that one in. Stop being so bloody stupid and letting people walk over you, then come back and wipe their feet. And that's you told. All right.
Sounds like her, I understand.
Okay. There's a gentleman's ring as well. Susie, if you can take it all, that's fine. Would you understand the gentleman? I know this isn't a wedding ring, but would you understand a gentleman's wedding ring? Susie. And this is specifically Susie, because as I saw your name, this voice said, tell Susie about the gentleman's wedding ring. And she took my other ring off. and said, tell Susie about the wedding ring. Your dad's ring. Perfect, thank you. And something's engraved Susie as well. And this is Susie because they're telling me Susie. Something's engraved.
Oh.
Martin, Martin, hi. Susie, that's absolutely fine. They're just acknowledging it. That's all they want to do. They just want to acknowledge it. But you've got something of his that's engraved, because I can't read it, but I can see it. I can see this metal something, and it's engraved. All right. I don't know if this is a tankard or what, but it's something of his, and I feel like it's something that was presented, which is why I said tankard. It might not be. It could be a cup or a plaque or something, but it's something metal, and it's engraved with writing. Hello. I don't know if it's David or Michael. I can't see because the head's behind the mute sign. Your dad engraved it himself at home. That's fine. I just know there's something that's engraved that he wants me to talk to you about. All right, Susie. Susie, I've got to give you tulips. I've got to give you daffodils. And I've got to thank you for the flowers that are with me. So flowers were put in with me, and we want to say thank you for that as well. I don't know if this is mum or dad, but I've got to thank you for the flowers that went with me. And I didn't F and Jeff. I said bloody.
Just one word.
I said bloody.
And it did slip out, but now it's slipping out more.
Yeah. It's like telling kids they can get away with one, and then they say it over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, bless you. You did it with mum. That's fine. Susie, I don't know if this is a memory, but would you understand a swing that's on a branch? It's not a frame with a swing on it.
On a tree?
Yeah, it's on a tree with a branch, and it's tied. So I don't know whether this is a memory or what, but I've got this swing, and it's definitely tied to a branch of a tree rather than a frame in the garden. All right. So there's lots of little bits and pieces just bobbing in now, so they must be getting ready to pull back from me a little bit. In an orchard where you lived when you were little. That's fine. That's lovely, as long as you can take that. And Susie, I've got to tell you, Uncle says hello. Uncle says hello. I don't know which uncle. He's just saying, but Uncle says hello. Uncle says hello. So I've got to leave you with that. And Jean doesn't like it, but I've got to give you a rice pudding, homemade rice pudding, because I can see it in a...
It's the skin.
Oh, gosh, it's going back in a Pyrex dish.
Oh, God.
I can see it in a Pyrex dish with the lid on. You must understand a Pyrex dish with a lid on, Susie, as well, because I can see it, and it's got rice pudding in it with nutmeg, but you weren't allowed any if you didn't eat your lunch.
Ah.
I've got to tell you that. All right. And I will leave you with rice pudding. I'm not going to tell you whether you know where Uncle is. Thank you. And you make rice pudding. Do you do it in a Pyrex dish, though, Susie? Because I can see a Pyrex dish, and I know it's Pyrex because it's white with the flowers round. Yeah, so I know it's a Pyrex dish with a lid on. I will leave their love with you, Susie, and say thank you for working. It's been lovely.
Well,
have you got a quick one? Because it's
I know.
No, you don't. We've got time.
No, I'm going to be quick because I just want to say to our Samantha.
Hi, Amy.
It's funny because me and Tony, we've just been out. We've come in a bit late. That's why we're on late. But I was talking about our David. Samantha, are you still on? And I've got to say it to you.
Yeah, glass one with the lid on.
So I'll just say it anyway. I hope you're still on. David wants to thank you for looking after Ruby, sweetheart. And I said this to you, didn't I?
You
and
did.
It's funny that I was talking to Tony about David, and you've come on, because I've not seen you on here for a long, long time. So it's so funny that he did coming down, back down to Tony's, because he wants to thank you for everything, because you've stepped in a lot of places, and I hope there's nobody on there where her own didn't. And I'm going to say it that way. I know, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Is he okay? Yes, Sheila is okay. Can I just say Samantha's my niece and Sheila's my sister, so I do know David. I do know him. But me and Tony was talking about him, and it's just a coincidence that Samantha and Sheila's come on tonight.
And I'm not seeing them on for ages.
No, they haven't been on for a while. But he wants to thank you, sweetheart, for everything that you've done and how you've made it and how she's coming into a young woman and coming into her own. And that's the way I've got to say it, darling, okay? He is fine. He's still around. He's not going far, but he's just wanting your time. It's time. And this is to Sheila, and I'm sorry, but Sheila, come on. And this is just how he's saying it. Come on, love. Well, come on, mum, not love. That's me to you. You've got to start and live, and it's no good keep thinking that you want to go because it's not your time, and he wouldn't want that.
No.
You've got people here you've got to look after, and there's so much that you've got to still do, sweetheart. But it's mainly, and it's only quick because of time, but he wanted to come in. And I know you've said about you thought it was your mother-in-law earlier on, but can I just say that I know you can't, Sheila, but you've got to. It's not your time, love. Can I just bring Colton's mum in very quickly, please? And I know it's Colton's mum, but she's just coming in, and for some reason, darling, she's snapping a bit, so I don't know what's going off here, but she's snapping, and she's just saying...
She's got a great-grandson now.
I know, it shows you're getting out, that, love. But Colton's mum's snapping, so I don't know if it's to do with the kids or what, I don't know. But she's there, and she's just coming in, Samantha, and I do know, but she told me about her, so I'm not going into that. So you'll have to sort that out yourself, darling. But I just wanted to get David in because he's just come, all right? He says, I'm fine, I'm doing well. He says, so nobody's got to whickle about me. He says, I'm doing other things now. He says, but I am popping in and out to see you. So he's coming around, darling. I know his birthday is June, so I'm just giving you June as his birthday because I know that. But Sheila, come on. You're not ready. Samantha, so much love for looking after Ruby, sweetheart. All right? And David's fine. Okay, David is so fine. All right, love. And I'll say, night, Sheila, and night to Samantha.
Yeah. Good
God
night.
Bless.
Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you. Just a few quick notices. Tomorrow evening, the Rainbow Project Rotherham are doing a food night at Wath Hall, 7 o'clock, I think. Claire, is that right? I think she's frozen. I think it's 7 o'clock. We're going to get a pile of pizzas and
I'm
chips
hoping to get them samosas. I've ordered them if she's done
them. Bits and pieces, and we're just going to have a social evening. Yeah. And Claire says, yeah, 7. It looks like you're frozen on screen, that's all. So come along if you want to. Everybody's invited. It's open. We don't... Everybody's welcome no matter what.
Go, so it shows you.
Yeah, we even let Jean in.
Yeah, you even let me in. So
that's 7 o'clock. That's Tuesday. I don't think there's anything Wednesday we need to be talking about. Yes, there is. Oh. We are doing a chat with the Rainbow Project on online on Wednesday on the Facebook pages. It's just a general chat about all things and everything. So
all things bright and beautiful.
All creatures great and small. So that'll be there. Grab a cuppa, make yourself comfy, and then sit and have a chat. Pardon?
Littleport Thursday.
Littleport Thursday. Littleport are doing their service. They do it online and in church. I can't remember who the medium is. It's been advertised.
It has been advertised, yeah.
So if you go on to Littleport's page, it'll tell you who the medium is. It's usually a laugh. There's always something to laugh at Littleport. So yeah. Friday we're back online. So we shall be here Friday. And then Sunday there is Thurcroft with Darren Woodward, who is a lovely guy. He's their medium, our medium. So if you are in South Yorkshire and you can travel to Catherine Street in Thurcroft. Pop along. It will be lovely to see you.
7 o'clock.
Yep, 7 o'clock start. Dora Sheridan at
That's
Littleport. Thank you. I knew it was a lady.
I knew it
couldn't
were a
remember
lady.
the name. So yes, it should be a good evening. So if you're there, pop along. And that brings us back to Monday when we three shall gather again.
Irene, I think it's Tuesday next week. Irene's not.
Yeah. What time on Friday? It's always 7 o'clock for us.
7 o'clock. So it's only tonight. I mean, we've been a bit late.
We were a bit late because we had to go out. So yeah, it's usually always 7 o'clock for us.
Unless
there's anything different. But we try and let you know beforehand. So that's everything.
I'm singing song.
All right. I've been told I'm doing the closing prayer because Jane.
Who's
Why have I
Jane?
got Jane? Who's
we
Jane?
know a Jane on our family.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, might be
It's
David
our
just
Paul.
popping in then and just
It'd be.
Jane.
Yeah, because he was close to our Paul as well. So
All right. Okay.
that'd be why.
Okay. Because I've never called you Jane.
No.
Ever. So anyway, if we could blend our energies together, please, friends, and send out our thoughts to the divine. Great Spirit, Father, Mother God, we thank you for the messages that have been shared here tonight, the fun and the laughter, and the proof that life is eternal and that we do go on beyond physical death. Father, I thank all of those souls who stepped forward, taken their time and their energy to help us tonight, to comfort their loved ones and to give them the evidence of life eternal. Father, I ask for the veil to be closed now between the two realms until we join together again. And I now hand back to you all which is rightfully yours in love, honor, and glory. Amen.
Amen. I know, Suzanne, they didn't let me sing Friday. That's why. I was all ready to do my sing song, my nighty-night song, but they wouldn't let me. So I'm going to do it now. Lord, keep us safe this night, secure from all our fears. May angels guard us while we sleep, till morning light appears. Amen. Night,
Amen.
everyone.
Good night. God bless everybody.
Keep safe.
Okay.